Yep, Hope at the Table, Bald Guy in the Car, coming at you with part 2, which is now going to turn into a mini-series. I think we're going to have 3 parts, possibly 4 on this topic of Satan's attacks. I just left the pet store now, and God wanted me to talk about what I originally was supposed to talk about. And what's funny is, talking about Satan's attack, the phone just cut off. I just started recording this, was about 2 minutes in, and it cut off again. Satan is relentless to try and make us fail, to have a sin, whatever. But God is bigger and more powerful, and, well, he's God. And so we don't give up. So God is relentless for forgiveness. God is relentless for mercy. And if we go back to Exodus, he shows this with his people. He was relentless to set them free. You know, God is relentless for mercy, for love, for forgiveness, and shows how many times did Moses go to Pharaoh, and the plagues kept getting more stringent, harder, more difficult, until he finally, why do things have to go to that far? Why are we that stubborn? Pharaoh is just a copy of us and our sin, our frustration, our pride, right? Even today, any of us. And the Israelites are an example of us today, of God wants to heal us, wants to free us, and then that pattern just continues, back and forth, and people against us, because we're following the Lord, and then we fall back, and then we're no better than the people, and then and then he's relentless, and God keeps putting on me about Jonah. In the first part of Jonah, when he talks about, God is relentless to restore, relentless for forgiveness. Jonah knew God was. That's why he was angry. Because why did this people deserve? Who are we to say who deserves forgiveness? And that's what God wants me to focus on, is that Greensburg Church of the Brethren, which is going to be part 3, that I was attending, he's relentless for them to ask for forgiveness. He's relentless for them to be restored. Same thing with Christian Counseling Associates where I worked. Same thing with Liberty University, things that are going on there. And these are just areas in my life that God's using me. And he's relentless for me to ask for forgiveness, for me to own up to my mistakes with my family, or any of my stuff, and he wouldn't have me sharing these things or going and doing these things with these organizations in different places if he hasn't already been having work on me where I've been prideful and stubborn and had to have the log pulled out of my eye. There's no way that he would be having me going and doing these things if he wasn't constantly correcting me daily. And my choice is I have to be open to that rebuke and that teaching and that discipline. We're supposed to welcome that, and that's hard. So over the weekend of my son's graduation, a close friend of our family who has come to the Lord, her walk is amazing. Me and her actually went for a walk and talked, and to see her walk with the Lord and her transformation. And she used to babysit me and my sisters, and my parents used to babysit her children, when I was a toddler to 7 years old. And we lived in a parsonage back in Ohio back 40 some years ago when I was itty bitty, and they were our neighbor. And seeing her come to the Lord and her children and things is just amazing. But a little discipline for me, or teaching, came from her. My sister told me, and then to hear it from her too, out of love, is amazing. It used to be for me, it didn't come that easy. It used to be I'd have to learn things the hard way. And sometimes I think I still do, but not near as much. And as we grow in the Lord, thankfully, I haven't had to have as much hard rebuke and discipline as I did as I was younger in my walk. And I look back now and realize how harsh some of that was. And it came from the heart of people that were what God's having me do now in different places is no different what people did with me that loved me, that were walking with the Lord, being disciplined, and very harsh, straightforward truth, because that's what we hear and that's what we receive. That changes us. When that comes harsh or sounds harsh, it hurts. It's because it hurts because we realize, I got to change that. So, like Moses going to the Pharaoh time and time again, and God sending harder and harder plagues, it got harder and harder because the heart's hardening and hardening and holding on to our pride till we finally let go. So, part 2 of this is the forgiveness, and he's relentless, and the discipline that comes from it. But Satan's willing in harder because as we're being obedient and we're listening to God, Satan's not happy because each person God is using, when they get their crap together, we're using what we've been through, our life experience, to bring others to the Lord. And Satan's doesn't want that. So let's not forget that. So part 3 is going to go into more of how God's been using me to give harsh words, truthful, that's out of love and it's passion, and there's absolutely no frustration. Now let me say that different. There's frustration that people don't listen, but that piece we have to let go of. It's because God's given us a soft heart, a renewed heart, that we have this passion and we feel hurt because people aren't listening to God, and we just have to step back and let God. We do what he asks out of obedience. So that's what part 3 is going to go into, but really this whole mini-series thing is about Satan's attacks and coming in the cracks and hardening the hearts, and more importantly, restoration, healing and restoration and for things. So hold on to your seats, because this just turned into a mini-series, and part 3 will be coming sometime later today, which I haven't even uploaded part 1 yet. I'm still driving around. This all started going to the pet store. God touching my heart to speak. And that's just what it's about. So just sharing what he asked me to share, using my own life again, pointing back to him. Everything should point back to love and forgiveness. That is the story of the Bible in a nutshell, is his relentless mercy on us when we deserve so much worse. All right. Hope at the table, Bald Guide out. Part 2. Look forward to part 3.